All right, yes, sir. So that's a harness?
I don't know if this is a difference.
It's big difference. Do you have a regular collar?
That's what we're gonna have to get to.
Okay, I'm trying to think if I don't think I have one in the car. I don't have one in the car.
We gotta get a regular collar and then the chain. So that collar, that's big difference. That's why I'm
Big
making
difference.
action.
Big difference because
we had one, but he done got
you
it's
got
too
too
little
big for it.
him, yeah.
Okay. Do you have, is that the only leash you have?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do today, right? We're going to use the leash as a collar and a leash, right?
Okay.
So we're going to make it.
A loop.
Yeah. Yep.
Sit.
So the first thing we're going to do, right?
Sit.
We're going to create value in your sit. We're going to create.
Sit.
Yeah. So that's how we're going to use that today. There you go. Now it's going to be a little awkward because it doesn't have a loop, but that's okay. We can work with it. So hold this, right? So the first thing we're going to do, right, is introduce him to leash pressure, right? Now, how did you teach him to sit?
I started out with treats first, and then
Okay.
he got used to me telling him
Yeah.
to sit, and
Yeah.
so I do it without treats.
Gotcha.
But then when he know that I got him,
How you doing?
he know when I got him, he'll sit automatically.
For sure.
But then when you know I don't got him, it take about 4 or 5 times
Yeah.
for me to tell him to sit down,
Gotcha.
and then he'll sit.
So what we're gonna do now, right? And there's nothing wrong with using treats, right? But anytime I use treats with a dog, I'll also use another technique again, which is the leash pressure, right? Because what that does, that gives me leverage, right? So the tactile communication, which is the form of touch, right? So anytime you touch a dog and you introduce any kind of pressure to a dog, right? So, sometimes people will use this technique by touching the dog on the butt to make him sit down, right? That's tactile communication, right?
Okay.
So that's what we're going to introduce because as you can see, he's not used to it, right?
Right.
He's not used to having a collar around his neck, which is important because the difference between this harness and a collar, right, is think about what a harness is made for, right? Horses, sled dogs,
Okay.
right? It is
Body.
literally made for them to pull heavy weight because it's on the strongest part of their body, which is the torso, right?
Right.
So now, when he's going to pull, you are literally empowering him to pull.
Okay.
And then when you try to stop him, right, dogs naturally have what you call opposition reflex. So he's pulling, you're pulling this way. His brain is literally tell him pull harder because you're trying to pull him off balance. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that opposition reflex is literally tell him, oh, he's trying to pull me off balance. So in order for me to get my balance back, I have to pull even more.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no difference if I
So
came
it's
to
tug
push
of
you.
war now
It's tug of war.
between him.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why the harness is only made for dogs that are already trained. It's not meant to train dogs with.
Okay.
If you already got control over the dog, then the harness is okay. But if you don't have any control, the harness actually makes it worse. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So now, with the leash pressure, right? The reason why the collar is so important is because it's a much more, what's the word I'm looking for? It allows you much more dexterity in how you communicate with the dog, right?
Okay.
So now the difference, right? If you had it on the harness and I wanted to tell him to sit, now the pressure is coming from the middle of his torso, right?
So you said sit, he said.
But the difference
Because
is
he know the word
he
when
know
he
the
hear
word.
it.
He know the word, but he only does it when he sees the benefit in it for him,
Right.
which is the treat.
Treat.
But that's where the leash communication comes in.
Okay.
Because now what I'm going to teach him is not about doing it when you want to do it. It's about doing it when I tell you I need you to do it. Because the important thing about that is if that gate is open.
No.
Right? If that gate is open and I need you to sit. Hey. Right? If that gate is open and I need you to sit, right? That means I need you to sit. That don't mean sit because you want to do it.
Right.
It's because I see fit that it's best for you to sit right now because I don't want you to get hit by a car if it comes in that avenue, right? So now let's talk about leash communication, right? So
He normally don't bark that much though. I don't know why he barking now.
yeah, it could because it's frustration because he's on the leash. He wants to get to her. Yeah.
Sit.
And he's not used to being on the leash, right?
Right.
So
Right.
now
He's
he
always
has to
behind.
learn this, right?
Right.
He has to learn that this leash is.
He's not used to that control.
He's not used to that control. He's used to doing whatever he wants to do, right? You see what I mean? So that's what we're going to focus on today. We're going to focus on teaching you guys how to use this leash as leverage. Training is all about leverage, whether it's physical leverage, whether it's psychological leverage, right? Psychological would be using the treat to get the result that you want. But at the same time, you got to know how to, hey, no. Right? At the same time, you got to know how to, what we call, fade the lure, right? Which means wean him off of the treat, but still maintain the same result that you would get with the treat. There's a science to it. And that's where most people kind of lose because they don't know how to transition from using the treat to not having to have the treat.
Right.
So, hey, come. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Come. Good boy. Right? Come. So I can see that you're a source of excitement for him. Who normally feeds him at first?
I do.
Okay. So, and this is not abnormal, where typically he's more possessive or more excitable of the woman.
And I see, because she got treats in her hand too right now too.
Oh,
so.
you got treats? Oh, I didn't know that you had the treats in his hand.
Yeah, I didn't realize he saw him. He probably smelled them.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure, he smelled. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's put those
Put
away.
the back one? Okay.
Yeah, let's put them away. We don't need them. Hey, shh. Hey, come. Yes, good boy. Come. Yes, good boy. Right? So, all right, how we want to do this, right? Matter of fact, we're going to wait for her to come back. I'm just trying to get his. There you go, good boy. Right here, good boy. Yeah, come on. Come on, good boy. There you go. Good boy, right here. Yes, good boy. There we go. Good boy. There we go. I know. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a collar today.
Yeah.
Immediately.
So actually, what I'm gonna do?
Immediately.
What I'm gonna
and
do?
And a different chain, get a thicker one or?
No. So this leash is fine. This actually.
Okay.
Huh? No.
Yeah,
you
come
come
out.
You can come out. I didn't know you had the treats in your hand, so that's why he was more excited.
I was trying to keep him behind the phone. So
Yeah. Oh no, he smelled it. Yeah.
Yeah, because he be in my pockets when I got him in here. He know I got him. He know which way it's at too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, they smell it from a mile away. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's what we're going to start with, right? We're just going to start with the basic mechanics of how to use the leash as a tool to communicate with your dog, right? Okay. So let's start with sit, right? Now, physics tells me, right, that because a dog is on 4 legs, right? If I put more pressure on the head going up, eventually the butt has to go down.
Low down.
Right?
Yeah.
So again, I'm using his own body against him, right? Leverage, right? So now what I'm going to do, right? I'm not even going to say any words right now. And the reason why I'm not going to say any words, the main reason why I'm not going to say any words is because I want to protect my energy. Because what normally happens, right, is you say sit, he doesn't listen. You say sit, he doesn't listen. You say sit, he doesn't listen. You say sit. So you keep escalating, right?
Burning.
And he gets more excited.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you.
So now all I want to focus on is being able to communicate with him through tactical communication, physical communication. No words, because it takes my emotions out of it, right? And the most important thing when you're dealing with a dog, you got to remember, they don't deal with emotions like we do. They're pretty much black and white, right? They're very reactive, right? Okay. They're naturally reactive creatures because nature tells them that they have to be reactive because they're predatory animals. And when you're a predatory animal, what do? You react to the stimulus, right? You chase, right? So because we know that, right, we have to deal with them on their territory, which means in order for them to get smarter, we have to get dumber in order to bring them up to us. So we have to come down to them to bring them up to us. Whereas most people, we try to bring them up to us too fast and we don't even understand what they're thinking, right? So the key thing here is communication. How are we communicating with the dog, right? So if I want him to sit, all I'm simply gonna do is hold the pressure here, right? And I may even, depending on the dog, because every dog is gonna respond a little different. Some dogs are gonna sit faster. Dogs like him is gonna take him longer. Why? Because that strong will to fight. That's the pit bull bully in him. 2, pain tolerance. Pit bulls, bullies have a very high pain tolerance.
Yeah, they don't even flinch when you give them a shot.
Exactly, right? So we have to take all of that into consideration compared to maybe a little Shih Tzu or something like that, right? Their pain tolerance and their determination is not going to be as strong as his. So now we have to not only match that, we have to take it a step above. Because if we match it, then it becomes too much of a fight. And let's be honest,
He gonna win.
he's probably going to win. You see what I'm saying? Because he's physically stronger, he's faster, he's quicker, right? So he's probably going to win. So this is why, again, the difference between here and the harness, it gives you much more leverage because now I'm controlling the weakest part of his body, which is that connection from his skull to his neck, right? That's the weakest part of his body, right? Now, that sounds barbaric, right? But let's be honest. How barbaric is it when he's jumping on you, right? When he's doing all that dog stuff, right? So again, this is why I said we have to come down to their level because dogs are very physical creatures. If you've ever seen dogs play with each other in the park or just, you know, a couple of dogs playing with each other, they're very physical, right?
You think they hurting each other, but they
No. I ask people all the time, have you ever seen a dog apologize to another dog? Never.
No.
If he knocks over a dog, you know what he's going to do? He's on to the next thing. He's, get over it.
And Mike come over and knock him down again.
Exactly. They're very physical creatures, right? So we kind of have to match that, but with some civility, right? We can't do it like a dog, but we have to emulate how they communicate with each other, right? So again, right? Come. Come. Yes, right here. Come on. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Right? Now, if you notice what I did, I didn't say one word. The only thing I said was good boy.
When you say good boy, he get excited because he know he did something right.
But he's going to learn, right? Now, if you notice, I didn't correct him from jumping on me. Why do you think I didn't correct? Because normally I don't allow dogs to jump on me.
Because he's learning.
Because he's learning. He did what I asked him to do. So I didn't want to reprimand him because he was excited in that moment. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes I have to lose the battle to win the war. Until he understands that sit means keep your butt on the ground, then I'm not going to punish him for doing what I asked him to do. He sat down. I said, good boy. He got excited. Okay, I'll lose that battle because I won the war. He sat down. You see what I'm saying? So, but if you notice, right, we're going to do it again. Come. And I'm just going to, good boy. Now, what I'm going to do is to transition into getting him to understand that when you put your butt on the ground, you got to keep your butt on the ground. Guess what I'm going to do, right? Once he puts his butt on the ground, right, I release the pressure. If he gets up, guess what I'm going to do?
Put it back. Put the
I'm going to
pressure,
put
back,
the pressure
on.
back on him again.
Put it back on.
Until he learns, right, that the only time you move is when I ask you to move. You see what I'm saying? That's what the pressure does, right? So we go pressure again. And I'm not choking him, right? He can breathe, right? I can literally still put my hand in between the chain.
Right.
All I'm telling him is, hey, this is what this pressure means. When the pressure goes up on the leash, that means put your butt on the ground. The next thing we're going to teach him is when the pressure goes down on the leash, that means put your stomach on the ground. That's down. You see what I'm saying? So, but it's in phases, right?
Right,
And then
right.
we also have to take into consideration the dog. He's a very excitable dog. We don't want to take away from that. We don't want to kill his spirit, right? So there's a level of discernment where I tell people, you're not trying to choke your dog, you're just trying to talk to your dog, right? I'll call this picking up your phone, right? When you want to call her, you pick up your phone, you call her, right? I'm picking up my phone. You see what I'm saying? I'm picking up my phone. I'm telling him, hey, I need you to sit down. As soon as you put your butt on the ground, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to hang the phone up. You get what I'm saying? So he's not sitting. I want him to sit. I pick up the phone, right? We're talking. As soon as he puts his butt on the ground, right, we're going to wait on it. He can fight it. He got to learn. Okay, now I'll take this. It's not perfect, but guess what? He's calm. He's not fighting anymore. I'll take that for the moment. We can fix the technique later. I just want him to get the concept of, hey, this leash, you're going to have to deal with it. You see what I'm saying? So again, some training is not so mechanical. It's more psychological than it is mechanical, right? The mechanics are very easy. It's the psychology that we have to learn to make sure that we're communicating with the dog properly. Because that's where most of bad behaviors come, is with the miscommunication, because we don't know how to communicate with the dog, right? We try to communicate with the dog like we communicate with another human. Doesn't work. You know what I mean? Any questions on that so far?
No, I get it. I'm following it now.
Yeah.
And be consistent.
And that's the key thing.
Consistency. So I'm gonna start taking them out every day, walking and back here, and then walk them around.
Yeah.
Cause I take him on walks and he be, like you said, that harness, and I'm. Yeah. Cause like we had a collar, but it's too little for him. So we're going to get one today. I'm gonna get one today.
Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send you the link for the training collars that I like to use. They're called slip leads. So it's the same concept as this, but they're specifically made for what we're doing. So I'm gonna send you the Amazon link for it.
Okay.
And you might be able to get it the next day, depending on how fast they can deliver.
Amazon
be on
Prime,
Amazon. Yeah. What's his name again?
Diesel.
Okay, Diesel, come. Diesel. Yes, good boy. Come. Yes, there we go. That's a good boy. Okay, so persistence, consistency, diligence, patience, and determination, right? Those are the 5 pillars that I preach, right? Notice I didn't say anything about technique or anything, right? It's all about mentality when you're dealing with dogs, especially dogs that have high drive and high willpower, right? High, or what we call high energy and high drive, right? Because drive and energy, it may sound like the same, but it's not. You can have a dog that has energy just to run all over the yard, but they have no drive for a specific thing, right? Gotcha. So they have no drive to chase a bird.
End goal to it.
Right. There's no purpose behind the energy. They're just everywhere.
They're just doing it.
Exactly, right? So now, right?
He just want to lay down because he can't do what he wants.
He can't do. He's trying to win the war, right? But what he doesn't know is I have patience. I'm not in a rush. You see what I'm saying? Because I know what the end goal is, and this is why I say we have to remember they're a dog. As smart as they can be, they're still very dumb compared to how smart we're supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? Right. So now I know my goal is to get him to sit down. He doesn't know that. You see what I'm saying?
Right, I got you.
So this is why I say we have to be patient, because it's unfair for us to expect him to know what we want the goal to be. We have to teach it to him.
Right.
You can't expect the dog to do something that you haven't taught the dog to do. You see what I'm saying? So
got you.
I'm not going to get frustrated by this.
That's what I've been doing too.
Yeah, but that's what most people do, because we're expecting the dog to know something that we did not teach him. It's unfair.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
So now, right, being that we understand that, now for me, it's easier to be patient with a dog because I know he's not as smart as me. He's smart, but he's not as smart as me. Because if he was smart as me, then I shouldn't be getting paid for training dogs.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Exactly. Come. Yes, good boy. Come on, good boy. Right here. Yes. Right there. Yeah. So now, another technique that I can add to it, because again, even though we want to use this leash pressure technique, right, we don't want to misuse it, right? So what you can also do to add pressure, again, tactile communication, as opposed to getting tighter here, which again, the tighter we get here, the more frustrated we tend to get because we're trying to rush the dog to do something that it doesn't quite understand yet. Instead of getting tighter here, I just apply pressure here, right? And you see, I barely touched him. Opposition reflex, right? I touched him on his butt. He doesn't really understand it. He's trying to get away from it. But all he doesn't know that he just did what I asked him, what I wanted him to do. Mm-hmm. So guess what I'm gonna do? Good boy. So now I'm telling him, oh, you just wanted me to put my butt on the ground? Right? So we're gonna do it again. Right? He moves around. Every time he moves around, good boy. The pressure goes away, right? And I tell him, good boy. Now the timing of the reward is very important, right? Because I don't want to reward him for the jumping, and that's what most people do. What do most people do when they come and jump on you? You welcome them in.
You welcome them in.
Right? You're literally telling him
rubbing
it's okay
them and
to jump
stuff, telling me right.
If you notice,
patting them and
even though I didn't correct him, I didn't say one good boy. I didn't give him one pat. I didn't look down at him. I ain't talk to him the whole time he jumping on me. I'm choosing not to correct him because I don't want him to misunderstand what we're trying to do right now. I'm being hyper-focused on sit. I'm not so concerned on correcting him on the jumping right now. Okay. That'll come later. Right. You see once he gets sit, then it becomes easier to correct him on the jumping, right? So I'm choosing to lose the battle of the jumping so I can win the war of the sitting, right?
Eventually you'll be able to correct that.
It'll all come, right? We got to compartmentalize what we're trying to do with him because, again, he doesn't have the ability to put it together like we can as humans.
You don't know what's normal yet.
Exactly, right? So, Diesel, come. Yes, come on, good boy. Right here, come on. Yes, right here. Yes, there we go, good boy. Yes, good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yes. Right? So every time he puts that butt on the ground, I become the treat. You see?
Exactly.
So now I don't need all that extra food because I become the thing he gets excited about. If you notice, I keep moving. Remember I told you dogs are predatory animals. What does movement do? It entices them.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Make them come after you.
So now it's like, what is he doing? Why is he moving? Right? So I'm creating.
That's why they follow you all through the house.
Exactly. So now you're starting to understand dog psychology, right? That's why I said training is more psychological than it is mechanical.
Yeah, okay.
Right? The mechanics are easy. If I wanted to force him to sit down, I'll just choke up on this leash. Right? He'll do that. It'll be more of a fight, but eventually he'll get to the point where he'll get tired, he'll put his butt on the ground. But guess what we're going to do with that? We're going to kill his spirit. I don't want to kill his spirit. Right. I just want to communicate to him. You see what I'm saying?
Ultimately, he's a sweet dog.
He's a very good, I can see he's a very good dog. He's a puppy, and he's a bully.
Literally.
But that's, you see, you see the name fits, right? He's a bully, right? So you got to consider what comes with the dog breed that you get. Right? You got to take that because they're bred for specific things. He's bred to be high energy, right? Determined. So now when you're training them, guess what you're going to get? High energy and determination. Right? So if I know that, my father used to always tell me, and I'm sure you heard it, when somebody tells you who they are, believe them. I believe he has high energy and determination. So now I know what I'm dealing with, which means I can't get frustrated because he's being who he is, right? So that's all it is. It's just playing that game. Yes, good boy. Notice he comes toward me, I reward him, right? Why? That's the recall, right? When he comes, Hey, Diesel. Yes, good boy. That's a good boy. Yes, good boy. Right? So he's coming towards me. That's what I want him to do. So guess what? I'm going to reward him for coming to me. Right? Diesel. Right here. Yes, good boy. Come. Good boy. Yeah, I know. Come. Yes, good boy. Now, you see why I told you to keep the metal chain? You see what he's doing? He's trying to bite on the chain. But you notice every time he goes to put his mouth on it, he's like, ooh, I don't like that.
The metal, the smell.
So that's why
I said
taste
too. The taste and the smell. He sensed that.
So that's why I said I actually like the metal chain. You just got to I'm gonna send you the link for the slip lead, because that way, again, a part of him rebelling against having this chain on, he's gonna try to bite at it. And you know, with the call for the leather, he'll tear that up.
Tear that up.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yep. Come. Right here. Come. Good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yes. Right? So now what I want you guys to do is practice. Right? Who wants to go first?
You go first. Because you gonna break one of my nails.
Okay. Now here's what I want you to do, right? You see how you're already restricting him? If you notice the entire time, right, I'll show you again. Let me show you real quick, because we didn't go over that. But I'll show you real quick, right?
Tightening up on him.
Yeah, because what you're doing is your mind, because you're so used to trying to restrain him from doing something, you automatically go into
grab him.
Exactly. That creates anxiety. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
So avoidance doesn't equal compliance. If you notice, I keep it loose because I want to be able to teach him. I want him to mess up so I can teach him what I want him to do. But if I restrain him from messing up, I can never teach him what to do. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So as I'm walking, it's loose. He gets to the end, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna let him get to the end. I'm gonna stop and go the opposite way. Because what I'm teaching him is, I want him to learn the distance that he has.
Walk with you, not necessarily ahead of you or behind you.
There you go. Dogs, their depth perception is very good. Again, they're predatory creatures. So he knows how much space he has on this leash. He knows exactly how much space he has. He's just choosing right now to fight against it because he's not used to having rules, boundaries, and limitations. He's not used to it. He's used to creating his own rules, boundaries, and limitations, right? So as we're walking, right, he's getting out in front. I'm gonna let him get to the end. I'm just gonna stop and come back. Do it again. Good boy. You see how he turned that time, right? So that's all I'm looking to create, right? I'm looking to create good boy. Good boy. So you see the difference now, right? When I turn, he turns because he's learning that, hey, if I get to the end of that leash, I really don't like it when it snaps me back like that. So let me make sure I look back and pay attention to what my owner is doing. You see what I'm saying? You notice, only thing I've said to him is good boy.
Good boy.
Because all I want him to understand right now is the good things that he's doing. We can fix the bad things later. That's easy. I want him to maintain his level of excitement. So when he does something good, I'm letting him know that's what I want. When you do that, you get as much verbal and physical praise as I can give you. When you do that thing that I like. You see what I'm saying?
Gosh.
So as we're doing it, you don't want to restrain it, right?
Okay.
Let him have it, right?
Have it.
Gets to the end, I'm coming back. Good boy, come. Then I'm going back again, and I'm just holding it. Good boy. As soon as he sits that butt on the ground, release the pressure, tell him good boy. Yep.
Come on, dude.
Yep. Go to opposite, back up. Yep.
Come on, dude.
So
Good.
now he's anticipating that change.
That's what we're trying to create, is the anticipation of him getting to the end of that chain, right? Now there's some technique in this because you guys, it's It's the flow of the walk that you're learning, right? So the most important thing is not trying to be perfect, right? Because the truth be told, you're not going to get it today. You're not. You see what I'm saying? But the goal today, really for me, for you guys, is to understand the transition you have to make mentally in order to make the relationship between you and your dog better. You see what I'm saying? That's the most important thing, because that's the hardest thing for people to do. And if I'm being honest, can I be honest for a minute? That's the hardest thing for black people to do. Because we handle dogs different than most other people. How we grew up with dogs, our mentality around dogs is different than white folks, than Asian folks. It's different, right? So we, as humans, have to understand that we're dealing with a barbaric creature. Because if humans did this behavior, right, we would look at you like, why are you acting like a fool? Like, that's how we would look at them. But they're barbaric creatures. We're just trying to civilize them. Because if we've left them to their own vices, they'll be out here doing all kind of crazy stuff in the streets. You see what I'm saying? Yep. Let them fight it. Now, remember also, his relationship with you is different. His relationship with you is different. And the relationship that he's created with me in the last 30 minutes is different, right? Because I came in and set rules, boundaries, and limitations. So it's much easier for him to adjust to me than it is to you guys. You have to recreate your entire relationship with him. He's going to fight you more than he's going to fight me. Because he's just not used to you guys. What do you mean? I have to actually do something now to get love? That's not what you guys have done for the last 2 years. You see what I'm saying? So, again, keep that in mind, right? There you go. Tell him good boy. You see how he turned and you didn't have to. Yep. So those are little moments, right, where now you have to recognize, oh, you turned and you didn't get to the end of the leash. Tell him good boy. Tell him good boy. There you go. Good. Yep. There you go. Good. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Yep. There you go. Perfect. Yep. As soon as he put his 4 feet on the ground, let it go. Let it go. Right. There you go. No, it's okay. It's okay. So remember, right? Yeah, again, it's a mix of physical and psychological, right? And it's going to force you. You might want to, get some push-ups in because it's going to force you to, sweat a little bit, right?
Good boy.
Yeah.
Good boy.
There you go. Good.
Good boy.
Yeah. But is it making sense? Is it coming together?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good.
Come on, dude. Come on. Come on, dude.
Now, as a matter of fact, I think I have.
Good boy.
No, I don't have another collar. Shucks. There you go. Yep, just hold it. Yep, no shake, just hold it. All right, there you go. It's all right. So when he jumps on you like that, hold it out further just so he can't, because I know eventually them scratches and stuff hurt. Yeah. There you go. It's all right. Good. There you go. Release it. Release it. Yep. Most important, remember, pick up the phone. You communicating to him. I want you to sit. As soon as he sits down, the conversation is over. You got to drop that phone. You got to hang up the phone, right? Okay, and as soon as he do it, because remember, dogs, they don't have the ability to rationalize like humans do, right? I can tell you, hey, 10 minutes ago, I wanted you to sit down. You didn't do it. So now I'm going to punish you now because you didn't do something 10 minutes ago.
You would understand it.
We would understand because we can rationalize. They don't get it. That's why, again, going back to how we were raised with dogs, putting dogs' nose in the poop to try to teach them that is wrong. Right. They have no clue why you're doing it. They have no clue. They did that 30 minutes ago. At 30 minutes for a dog is literally damn near like 2 days. They have no clue.
He said like 2 days.
That
I don't know what you
no,
talking about.
they
What you
have
talking about?
no clue. Obviously, they smell the poop, right?
He said he seeing a couple of look. You see that?
Yeah,
They
they have
what you
no
talking
clue.
about? Like, what?
They have no clue at all, right? So the reason why it's so important with the timing of it is because the more precise you are with the reward and the correction, the faster they learn. Oh, when I put my butt on the ground, the pressure goes away. I like that. Because they don't like the pressure.
Right,
you see what I'm saying?
right.
So the faster you do it, the faster they learn.
Repetitive and repetitive.
There you go.
And he'll get it.
He'll get it. So pressure goes away,
Now he trying.
reward comes.
Now he trying.
Exactly. That's the psychology, right?
Yeah, gotta get in. Yeah, like you said, lower yourself down to.
You got to bring yourself down to the dog in order to bring them up to you.
Absolutely.
Good.
You just take a video. You follow me. Come on.
Good. There you go. Now you see, so boom. You see how he started taking off?
Yeah.
At that moment, I would have planted and started backing up. Because now, again, he's taking off.
Because that's what he's used to being able to do.
Yes, but you're going to use his momentum against him. You see what I'm saying? There you go. Good. Not bad. Okay. Yeah. Don't wait on him. You just keep walking. Yeah. Hold it. There you go. Tell him good boy. Release the pressure. Release it. There you go. Tell him good boy. There you go. Good. Good.
Yeah, every day when I come home, I'm bringing them out.
Work them. Now, when you take them for your walks, make your walks have a purpose outside of just using the bathroom.
Right.
Actually, make him work to use the bathroom. Use everything as leverage.
Yeah, so he'll know when it. Because at one point he was kind of like letting us know he want to go outside and use the bathroom. But like you said,
So
even putting him on the schedule or something like that shouldn't be really a schedule because we'll miss it. And then he don't know. Like you said, he don't know.
Yeah. Yep.
And we end up having to clean out the cage.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
Should we no longer do the signals? Because like he'll know if I put up my number one, or if I say one, he'll sit.
No, that's
Can't do that
fine.
anymore?
That's fine. You can but that's the next level of communication, right? So I call that compound training, right? So if you're number one, and it really at the end of the day, here's the thing about us using words with dogs. Obviously, dogs have no clue of what English actually means. They don't have a language. Their language is barking, right?
Right.
So when we associate a behavior with a word, it's not that they're really understanding English. It's just that we've repetitively told them that when I say number one, that means put your butt on the ground, right? So it's a response to a stimulus. So if you want your numbers to mean something, guess what we do? Instead of saying sit, right? What would you normally say?
We do one.
Like
Oh, so that's the sign. Yep.
sign, we
and
say
one.
sit. Like I say sit with it sometimes.
Okay.
He'll do it.
Yep. So right now, I wouldn't do that.
Right. Because
Okay.
he done.
Because he doesn't understand.
He's still, it's a lot going on for him right now, right?
Yeah.
But down the road, that's something we can add to it. Yep.
But right now, that's
Come on,
what he
Diesel.
comprehend. He comprehending only this right
He can only pick up that one thing efficiently right now. Right now.
now.
Yep.
I'm trying to tell him this is gonna confuse
It add too much to it. Add too much to it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is perfect right there. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I'm going to get. We're going to order. We're going. As soon as you send me that link, we ordering that collar today.
Yeah. I'm gonna send it to you before I leave. Yeah. So honestly, until the next time we meet, I would just do this.
Yep.
Because even if you
Yep.
perfect this,
Yep.
everything else is gonna be
It's
so
gonna
much
fall-
easier.
it's
Yeah,
gonna fall
it's
in
gonna
line.
fall right in place.
Yeah. And this is my first dog, bro.
Oh yeah, okay.
I ain't no dog. I don't know.
Yeah.
No dog person.
Okay.
I like them, but I just never.
You just never had 'em. Okay.
Mess with dogs, but
Yeah. I had a rock pit.
Okay.
And I had a shepherd mix.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is my very first dog.
Yeah.
I wanted something small.
Something small. Yeah.
So, but I was like, I gotta get a pit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I would just focus on this. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's
Mm-hmm.
what's up. Keep on doing that. On
Yep.
the regular.
Oh yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Put all that back in your
I
mouth.
like that.
Nobody wants to see it.
Yeah.
And it's just based on the fact because we don't have a sitter. I'm gonna still put him in the border school for the 2 weeks.
Okay, that's bad. Yeah, whenever you're ready.
That week of Juneteenth.
Okay.
And then the following week as well.
So we leave the 18th.
Right, we leave the 18th.
And we come back the 23rd.
Okay.
So that's like going into like.
Right, we'll
it's
be
a
back
week,
Tuesday
but it's
and next
overlapping.
week. Right.
Yeah.
So we probably want to bring them like that Monday and then get them then not that Saturday, but the next Saturday, so that'll be
Okay.
2 weeks.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. That'll work. Oh yeah. Yeah. So as a matter of fact, because it's pretty much the first now.
What is that anyway? Where the school at?
So my spot is in Dalton.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll come out
Yeah.
there too a couple of times.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times to see. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
You train big and little dogs?
Oh yeah, I specialize in big dogs. Big. Well, I do. Yeah. I do both. I train any dog. If it's a dog,
We don't understand
what you
that
mean?
when we get our house,
Uh-huh.
I'm getting a cane corso.
You get a kind of Corso? Well, I breed Corsos. Yeah, I breed Corsos. So
So
I got one for you when you're ready. But see, that's the thing, right? You know,
but if
obviously,
you train them, they're really good dogs.
it's all about the training, right? You know how many dogs I got?
Now, don't tell me you got a crew, man.
Man, I got about 10 dogs, man. Rottweilers, Corsos, Shepherds. Now I don't keep them all in the house,
But
right?
do they all be together?
No,
too, though?
no. So
Or
because
like
you have,
behavior?
because so I breed protection dogs too, right? So that's what I specialize as far as the big dogs are concerned. So when you have dogs, especially male dogs, I never keep my male dogs together.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, they're still animals.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So as much training as you have on a dog, they're still gonna do dog shit sometimes. There's gonna be fights. So for me, because those big dogs, when they get in fights, it get nasty, I just keep the males separate. So when they're puppies, I can have them together, but once they get to a certain age, I separate them.
Okay.
Just to prevent
Right.
the inevitable.
So they still used to each other, though.
They can be around. If I'm there,
Right.
I can have them out together.
Right.
If I'm there.
Right.
And I still have to keep
And
an eye on them, right? Because they respect me.
Right.
But if I'm not there, I never have them
Out
together. No, nope.
Hey,
Because they're dominant breed dogs.
Right.
So they're gonna try to
Right.
dominate each other.
Yeah.
They're gonna do it.
A rock and a cane.
Oh, they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
They're gonna
And
do it.
Shepherd, especially
Oh yeah,
Shepherd.
yeah,
I know a little bit about them, but I never
Yeah.
was. I never had dog. I had everything else growing up.
Yeah.
I never had a dog.
Never had a dog. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I had a dog.
Oh yeah. But yeah, man. So honestly, you see, he's tired now. Now, how crazy is this, right? We've been working for, 45 minutes, right? But if you notice, we didn't leave this space.
Right. This space right here.
We didn't leave it.
Right.
So it's not the physical, it's the mental that he's tired from. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's the mental stimulation of him having to succumb or having to submit to the new rules, boundaries, and limitations that you are implementing for him, right? So now a lot of people think, well, I walk him for an hour, he comes back and he's still running around and off the walls.
Loosen it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I told Reese to come out here.
Oh. It's cool. So this
My aunt
recording,
lives here
he's gonna,
Oh yeah, okay,
he's gonna send us the
He loves
recording too as well.
yeah,
So I'm like, I would rather everybody who's in the building to know
For sure.
how to handle him.
absolutely. That's very important. That's very important, and it's actually good because, yeah, no problem. Being that he's tired now, he's going to be a little easier for her to handle.
Yeah. I'm taking to my mom too. So
Yeah.
She can,
For sure.
Yeah,
She handles
we go
them.
on short trips and stuff.
Okay.
My mama will have them.
Oh, take care of them.
But
Okay.
this trip we all going together, so we don't
Okay.
got nobody to watch.
Yeah, it's a family
Gotcha.
trip.
Okay.
That's a whole family trip. Everybody leave.
Yeah. Where you guys going?
Dominican Republic.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Look, I know.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
wish I could take you. Go play in the sand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do
Good.
they allow big breeze on commercial planes, or it got to be a small?
They got to be crated.
Yeah, they got to be crated at the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and put them in the crate in the bottom of the plane.
Oh, so it don't matter what size. Okay.
Nope.
There you go. And Angelo, the one that
Okay.
He just got stuck in the act.
he the one who told me about you.
Okay.
And, he was telling me too, like when you jump up, just kind of like.
You saw what I did, right?
Yeah,
You saw what I was doing.
I saw
Yeah.
he was doing it.
Yep.
He was like, every time he tried to jump up on you, just slightly raise your knee up.
Yep.
That way he'll back up off him.
Yeah.
If you're doing that, he'll understand.
Yeah.
He'll start noticing, okay, that's down.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
every time you be like you said, I become the reward.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
say good boy
Yeah.
every time.
Absolutely.
Instead of trying to treat. But
Yeah.
that's what I've been like the other day I've been coming outside. I've been having, but the thing is, I ain't have on a leash. You
Okay.
got this freedom to do
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
you want to do.
Leverage.
So when I tell him to come here, he will come. He'll start jumping on me. I do like this. I say sit down. He'll sit down, but then take off.
Keep going. Yeah. For sure.
So,
Yeah.
like
Because
that, man.
it was the follow through. You never told him that sit down means stay in that sit. You just told him that sit down means sit. You didn't say for how long.
How long? He ain't comprehending that
Yeah.
anyway. He ain't trying to get that.
Oh yeah.
Good boy.
Yeah.
I think he'll speak to though, man.
Yeah.
The kids come over, he want to play with them.
Yeah.
He's just too heavy.
He heavy. Yeah.
Like I know, just put him up. But he knocking them down.
Yeah.
He knock me down.
Yeah.
So I go downstairs, I let him go first.
Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes when I go first, I be like, look, stop.
Yeah.
I'll
But
do
he
like this.
immediately ran up, started licking her face.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah.
didn't want to hurt her.
Yeah.
So he's sweet. He's just
Yeah.
warm.
Yeah. He's a little missile. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll stick with that for right now.
Yeah. For sure.
It's nobody. That's the fence.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, you'll see once y'all get that, everything else will be much easier. There you go. Yeah. And when you do it, so this is the difference, right? You don't want to push.
Okay.
You feel the difference? There you go. There you go. Yep.
Good boy.
Yep.
You get some medicated shampoo. We got some medicated shampoo. We got little spots. They gone away though. A lot of it cleared up.
Oh,
We had a
That
second
little
one.
rashes or something up there, man. I don't know what it was.
yeah.
But it started disappearing. His pieces of his hairs on his stomach was missing. All down his chest was missing.
Could be. Yeah. Bullies. You know, they known to have different allergies. The food you feed them, does it have chicken in it?
We had
think it
chicken.
does.
Yeah.
So he could, because bullies are known to have these chicken allergies.
Okay.
So yeah. So and it's just a process of elimination. You know, try a food that doesn't have chicken in it, and see if that helps with it.
He eat anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He got nerve to be picky but greedy.
Yeah.
He don't like bananas.
Okay.
He don't like pumpkin like that. But if he upset at the stomach, you feed it to him like it is
Yeah.
in your hand, he'll eat it.
He'll eat it.
won't eat it out the bowl.
Yeah.
He'll eat bell peppers all day.
Oh really?
He'll eat vegetables all day.
That's cool.
Apples,
Apples and bell.
pineapples. He'll eat fruit and vegetables.
Yeah.
He don't like lettuce. though.
I had read something about peanut butter too.
Uh-huh.
Don't get a dog.
Can't give him a lot
It's
of
not
it.
good for the
Yeah.
gut or something. So I just give him peanut butter
Every once in a while, yeah.
with a celery stick. But I put it on the celery stick.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he's just sitting there too.
Yeah.
Because at first he wasn't like when this said.
Hey, how you doing?
He got that around his neck. I guess that is gonna make a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
He had his harness on right
See,
now.
he done perked
He'd be
right
trying
on
to
up.
pull.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
said, he'll get up right now if he had his harness on. He'll
Yeah.
get up.
Oh yeah. It don't. Once the communication is clear,
It's working.
it don't take long.
See, he ain't
it's just the communication has to be clear, right?
Right.
So.
And I'm glad he's still young right now,
Yeah.
too. I ain't wait too late.
Well, to be honest, that whole concept of you can't teach an old dog new tricks is false.
True.
Nah, not at all.
It's always still psychology.
It's all psychology. Now, don't get me wrong. The older the dog is, obviously, they have been living in that specific, I guess that level for longer. That mold. But they can still learn.
Right. It'll take a little longer.
It just takes a little longer. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
He noticed it now. He had that harness on. He'll shoot over there.
I know.
Yeah.
Anytime.
So I was just telling us the big difference.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
She go through that gate and disappear. He probably start barking.
Right. He just now I ain't hearing when he bark. Well, that's like you said. He had that. He got the. That'll probably make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
He can't do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
That's when he barks.
He start barking.
Yeah. So now here's what I want you to do. As she's walking closer, hold that leash up like we did with the sit. Make him sit. Don't say nothing to him. Just make him sit. Now, for right now, if he goes down, we'll take that. Right. Because the major goal is for him not to jump on her.
Correct. Okay.
So as she's walking closer, he gets excited. Hold that leash up. There you go. Now release it. There you go. Good. And you can keep coming, right? Now be prepared for he's about to. I can see he's moving closer. Yep.
Yeah, I see it.
Uh-huh. You can keep coming.
Oh, you want to be rude. You ain't slick.
Good.
Get a little closer to him, Reese.
Yep. Hold it up. There you go. Okay. Release it. Okay. You walk a little closer. Be prepared to hold it. Hold it up. Yep. Just keep holding it until you put. There you go. Now release it. Good. Okay. Hold it up. Make them sit. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hold it. There you go. Release it. Uh-huh. Now, what we're working on, right, is obviously you being able to get close enough to where he's not jumping on you. And as soon as we get to that point and he sits for 3 seconds when you're standing right in front of him, that's when you say good boy and pet him. Because now, again, psychology says that as soon as if he jumps on you, and even if you're saying don't jump on me, but you're touching him, you're still telling him that it's okay for him to jump on you. Because touch for a dog, right? Especially if you don't do it correctly, it's a reward, right? So that's why I was explaining to you the difference between this and this.
Yeah.
That's a correction, right?
That's
a reward.
Okay.
You see, that simple thing, right? This right here, correction.
Feel the difference.
That's a reward, right? This right here, correction. That's a reward. So when you say stop, you're rewarding the dog, right? So now the chain is this, right? Now you can walk close and give him some love.
This is so funny though. He like he gets to us. Lord rub me.
Yeah. If he gets up, there you go. Hold it. There you go. Good. Yep. Release it. There you go. As long as he keeps that butt on the ground, he can get the love, right? Okay. Now you stop petting. You hold that chain up until he puts his butt on the ground. Because see, what we're working towards right now, we're doing a whole lot in one session, but what I'm doing is teaching you guys the psychological component behind how to teach a dog to do what you want it to do. What you're teaching him is when people approach, my butt must go on the ground as opposed to my feet in the air. You see what I'm saying? So the reason why it's important for you to only pet him when he's like this, because he has to learn that the only time I get petted, especially with new people, is when my butt is on the ground, not when my feet is in the air. Right. So we're doing the total opposite.
He seems so defeated.
Yeah. He has to get to that point. He has to release all of that pent up, I'm so used to doing whatever I want to do and they're not letting me do it. Right? He has to get rid of all of that. He has to go back to ground zero so we can build him back up again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me and Serenity gonna have a good time with you this summer.
Yep. Yep. Uh-huh. There you go. Now immediately, you come pet him. Yeah. Because that's what he wants. He wants you to pet him. So right now, you're the reward.
So do it matter, like, do it confuse them if too many people trying to teach him, or?
At one time. If too many, so it's not even that if too many people are trying to teach him at one time. It's if too many people are trying to teach them and they're all teaching different languages.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
So everybody must be on the same language or the same frequency.
With him, okay.
So that way he gets a consistent message.
Got you.
Yep.
Got you.
There you go. Good. Yep. Now you can pet him. Yep. Hold it. You stop petting. Yep. Release it. Yep. Yep. Hold it. Okay. Yep. Hold it again. Yep. Because see that crawling is a prerequisite to him getting up. So as he's crawling, hold that leash again.
You don't know he's being slick. He's
being a dog.
Just trying to get to him.
Dogs are opportunistic. Every opportunity you give them to do something dumb, they gonna do it. Yep.
Got you. Own it.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, this is gonna be real easy.
Yeah.
Cause like when we be on the back porch, he out the cage. And we keep him from running in the kitchen. He'll sit there and then he'll just watch us.
Okay.
But the moment we leave out the kitchen, he'll come off that back porch.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. Yep.
That's the thing. He'll come off that back porch.
Yep.
I be trying to tell him no.
Yeah. So the follow through, right? Like for an example, right? Hold that real quick. I'm gonna show you how to fix that real quick. So let me see that real quick. Nope. All right. So let's say for an example, right? I'm trying to pick a good spot. Matter of fact, let's go here because the spot I got that corner. I can use that as leverage, right? Matter of fact, we're gonna use the door. Come on. There we go. Good boy. Come on. Yes, good boy. So we're gonna use the door, right? As right. So now, if I want him to sit at this door, right? Now again, remember he doesn't really know sit yet, right? So I'm not expecting him to stay here. I just want to show you guys the technique when you were talking about in the kitchen, how to get him to understand boundaries, right? Threshold boundaries, right? And it doesn't even have to be an actual physical threshold.
Right.
It could be any make-believe. It could be this line in this concrete right here.
Right.
Because again, dogs are very spatially aware. They have to be because they're predatory animals, right? So once you set the boundary, they know the boundary, right? So right now, this doorway is the boundary, right? So if I want him to stay here, right, I'm going to put him in a sit. And I'm just going to wait for him to sit. There you go. Good. Now, here's what I'm going to do, right? This is where you have to let go of your anxiety, right?
Okay.
You have to allow him to mess up so you can teach him. So I know he's going to mess up. I know he's going to get up and come out the door. I'm expecting him to do it. So I'm not going to get upset when he does it because I know he's going to do it. I'm going to use that as a teaching opportunity, right? So I'm dropping the leash. Now he got up, so we're going to fix that.
Keep doing it. Right.
It's the repetition, right? So now this is how you teach the down, but we'll talk about that.
Right.
The only reason I'm doing down because again, it gives me more leverage to see when he's moving, right? Because he has to do extra movement to get up and move, right?
I see what's happening.
Come on.
I see what's happening.
Yeah. There we go. Good. Good. We'll keep it with that for now. Okay.
Right.
So now I'm going to drop the leash.
I wish them stairs went right there, right? Because he's going to take off. I wish them stairs wasn't right there.
No, it's all good. Because again, he has to learn.
Right, he got to learn.
Right,
he got to learn.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
I got you, yeah.
So
exactly.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Avoidance doesn't equal compliance.
And he got to stay patient with that because he's being taught.
He's being taught. We're teaching him. So I'm not expecting him to be perfect.
Right.
I'm expecting him to mess everything up. Right? Good. So now I'm going to wait. Now this is where I like a retractable leash, because what the retractable leash allows me to do is have more leverage.
Okay.
So I can move further away, which helps me teach him how to stay, but still have access to him in case he gets up. I still have the leash on him. So, matter of fact, I don't have to retract the leash thing. So, perfect example, right? This is the best time. Drop the leash. Come. When you see that they totally submit like that, that's basically them telling you that, you know what? I see you fight better than me. I give up. You see what I'm saying? I see your determination is higher than mine.
Yeah,
I give up. I see your will is stronger than mine. I give up. Right? So and when I say I give up, again, it's not about breaking their spirit.
Right.
It's about letting them know, like, hey, look, I got more time than you got. I got more energy than you got. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I have more patience than you have.
You're not going to win. All them
Emotions.
All those
We
emotions.
got to control our emotions, because when we lose control of our emotions, they win. And they're not supposed to be able to control our emotions like that because they're not smarter than us. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So now you see what I'm doing, right?
Exactly. I see exactly what you're doing.
I'm acting like I'm putting it down. I'm waiting for him to move so I can correct him. Because exactly the next step, eventually, I'm going to be able to put the chain down and move away.
And he ain't gonna
move. But steps. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to take the smallest baby steps. What's the easiest way to eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You see?
Right.
So as opposed to trying to put the whole elephant in my mouth, hey, let me just get a forkful.
Let him know that he's defeated.
Well,
with
so yes and no.
Right.
It's yes, you know, and the reason why I say no is because when you say defeated, it makes it sound like you're being aggressive.
Okay.
You're not being aggressive, you're being assertive.
Okay.
It's a difference, right?
It's a big
Aggression is uncontrolled energy towards something that doesn't deserve it. Assertiveness is controlled energy towards something, and it's a clear message, and I'm being assertive about what I am communicating to you.
That's the respect.
He has to respect it.
That's the respect.
You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Aggression brings fear. Assertive brings respect. Right? So I'll hold it here for a minute. All right? Now, I'm going to take a step. Again, I'm testing to see how far I can get before he moves. Right? Take another step. Now, normally I would say good boy. Right now, I'm not saying it because I don't want him to get excited. I just want him to live in this moment. He's doing what I want him to do. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, at some point, because he's doing so good, I got to reward him. Right? So I want to get to the end of this concrete. If I can make it to the end of that concrete and he doesn't get up, then I'm gonna call him out. And then we're gonna get excited. Good boy, yes, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy, yes. That's a good boy. Yeah, that's a good boy, right? He did what I wanted him to do. So now I gotta reward him, right? The reward has to come with the respond to the call, right? He responded to my call. Now the reward is he wants to get outside, right?
Right.
I'm going to use that as leverage. You got to work for it. I'm going to let you outside, but you got to work for it first.
Right.
I'm not just going to give it to you. And that's the problem with the treats. You see what I'm saying? They never learn how to truly work for the treat. They become a trick for a treat. You see what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. But I think that's
this.
between what we worked on here and what we worked on here. You know, and you can do this with any threshold.
Right.
Kitchen, bedroom, any threshold.
Living
bathroom,
room.
It's the same concept.
Yeah, because I've been wanting him to come out and sit in the living room with us. So I let him sit in the living room with us when we ain't got no company and stuff.
Yeah.
I let him run around.
Yeah.
Then take him in the house. He'll sit down.
Yeah.
After he done burnt that energy off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But now I see now.
Yeah. There you go. Yes, sir. So, yeah, man. So, shoot, y'all got enough for the next 2 weeks to work on. Yeah. That way, when he comes to me, I can take him to the next level.
Right.
And then teach you guys how to maintain that. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep. Any questions? No?
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
So I gotta train me in.
Yeah. More importantly, you. If you train you, it'll be training him will be easy.
You're gonna be my source of exercise, dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know I'm allergic.
So he definitely got me losing weight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I done lost 37 pounds, man.
Say that again.
I done lost 37 pounds.
Oh, that's what's up. That's good, man.
I got about another 30 more to go.
Yeah.
Get down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll start.